Hi, this is Johnny. Alright, we are going to unbox the Bunk two-player cocktail cat. A cocktail, but they call it a counter cat. Is the screen is the same as the counter cat, I believe. I think it is. I'm not sure it's 8 inches or 7 inches. So we're going to open it and do unboxing, and then we're going to do a review, and after that we are going to check the new image and to make sure that new image will work to mod this to an arcade. We're using Raspberry Pi 3B plus to make this more, like we always mod with all this little machine, like this one we modded, so we're gonna mod this one. Okay, so we're gonna mod this and see if we could put Raspberry Pi on it and make it to where you could play game on both sides. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna speed up the video and we're gonna unbox it. Okay, I got it open. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in, and we're gonna take the stuff out from the screen so we could check it out, see what it look like. Alright, so let me just show it to you real quick. It have a plastic cover on top, so you can peel that off, and same as here. Okay, and then this one, it have it show that you have to peel this off from here, and hopefully I don't have anything else to peel underneath like the other one that I run into problem. And the side view is pretty nice. It have a volume control. You turn it up and then on, and the head jack so you could listen to it without, and then 1 player and 2 player. So the player button is on the side, so you have a select and start button, that's what Raspberry Pi use, so that's good. So we have that cover, and then it have a tiny little foot. Look like it's just tape on. Definitely it's going to come off when that happen. And then we have a speaker, and then the power to plug in here. Okay, so later on I will have to tear this down, and then they tape it over here for some reason instead of here. Okay, all right, so when we're gonna do a tear down and try to put Raspberry Pi on this. Oop. All right, so let's fast forward this so I could peel this off and then get it turned on. Okay, this is Johnny. I'm gonna re-record this again because some reason the recording I did not go well. Alright, let's first look at the screen. At first I thought the screen would be perfect IPS, but turned out it's not. So if you were standing straight up looking at it, it looked great. But if you was to look at it and play it like this, you cannot hardly see the screen. Okay, meaning that if I was to play this game, I can't see it very well. Okay, because the line's not very clear. So if you look it straight at it, then it's okay. Or you could dim the light. Now if it was more brighter, the game would be fine, but apparently if you look at both sides, you can hardly see it from the side view. Same thing with this side as well as that. So if you play straight, looking straight at it, it's fine. But if you was to play like this, like I just showed you, you can't even see the line, so how can you play it? So the screen is not perfect on this IPS screen. Now to get out, you will have to press this button for at least like 5 or 6 seconds, maybe 8 seconds. So like 1 Mississippi. Okay, to get out. Okay, That's the only way to get out is from this button, not from there, not from here, like the old way where you press A and hold it, it doesn't get out. Now the way to circulate the game is in this direction. Okay, you cannot come to the middle like here and cut across. You have to go all the way around to get to the game. Okay, now to get to the setting, you press not A but the one on top. Okay, and that will give you the setting. So you could split the screen, turn it on, and you could scan line. You could turn it off, you know. So you could split the screen, it's on. So that's good. Default setting, I'm going to turn it off. Okay, to turn it off, how we turn it off? Press A. Turn the spinner to select. Press the button to change. Okay, I already get in here. It's not changing. So there is some setup issue. So each of the game you select, you could do the sensitivity on the tempers. We're going to change it to 10. That's the highest. And the starting level life, we are going to move it up to 5. And we're going to make it difficulty easy. Advanced level 9. Start with level 9. Last game level 9. Last game. There's only two options. Cheat mode. Let's see if we can turn it on. See what that do. Not sure what it does. Default setting, no. Reset the high score, no. So it does save your high score on the tempest. We're gonna say save. So you go to each one and you can, I just pressed the B. Instead I pressed the A button. So B button, you could set each one. Now to play the 2-player, you press A and you have to press player 1 time. And then you press the player 2. So player 1 is on. Okay, player 2 is on. So you have to press the A button. Alright, so now the game started. So you can play 2-player. This one is this one, and this one is this one. So to get out of the game, you just hold the player 1, Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Okay, roughly 5 Mississippi. So this one you could play 2-player and you could also play 1-player. So when you want to play 1-player, you press the 1-player 1 time and don't press anything on that side. Just press the button here. You can play 1-player. Tempest, it will flip the screen when you play 2-player. So if I was to start the game, I press you have to press that one first, and you cannot press the second player over here. It doesn't do nothing. So you press player 1 here, then you come over here, press player 2, and it automatically kick the game in. So you could just start the game here. Now I'm gonna let myself die. and the game will flip over to the other side. So you press this button, now you're playing over here. Okay, so now this one's dead. Now I flip on this side. Now the sensitivity, if you change it to 10, it will spin one time in the gameplay. Okay, so let's zoom back out a little bit. So what I was saying, if you want a 2-player, you press the start. Let me get out here and press, because I didn't know my screen would zoom in that close. Let me get out. You hold it for 5 seconds. Okay. To do all the setting, you select the one you want to set up. To get this one to work, okay, you just go to the setting, press this button right here, this button, and it will let you set up each one by one. Okay, so this the sensitivity for the spinner, I set it to 10, which is good. That's what I want. And so after you finish, to get out, you have to select save and exit. Okay, otherwise you can't get out. Then you go to the Pong, press the top button. Sensitivity, 7 is fine because you don't want to get too sensitive and you cannot really play it. I want to make it easy, so I'm gonna press it easy and grab at corner, scan line, set default, yes. Okay, that's back to default, so I'm gonna say, so when you change it again, it will go back to no. But if you don't change anything, it will kept it as yes. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and we're gonna press A to save it. Alright, now you could play 2-player this side with at the same time, or you could play by yourself. This one you have to play 2-player. You cannot play by yourself. This is the only one you have to play 2-player. This one you could play 1-player or 2-player. And this one you could play 1-player and 2-player. And this one and this two are the only one. When you're playing the game, is a 1-player game. When you finish, it will flip the game over to the other side. Same with this one, we'll flip it to this side and back to this side. So so let me start it as a player 1. So I press A first and press the player 1. Now if you want player 2 to start, you will have to press player 2 on this side. Okay, right now it's only player 1. So I'm playing with against the computer. Alright, so let's reset it. So let's see if we could make it to a 2-player. Hold it for 5 seconds. Alright, so this time we're gonna press activate the game. Let's try. We can't do the 2 here. So you have to press player 1 and then you press player 2 here. No, still didn't work. You can make the thing smaller by make it longer by pressing the upper button B. But let's get out of the game. I know I could make it 2-player. I was playing 2-player. Now it's not 2-player. Alright, let's see if we did anything wrong in the setting. Split screen is on. So we're going to turn the split screen off. Let's see what that do. Okay, player 1. Player 1. Player 2 doesn't do nothing. Okay, so now I'm able to play 2-player, which is kind of weird. I don't know what did I think I select one of the option here where I press the player 1, and here you could play 2-player. So you got 1-player, 1-player, 2-player, 2-player, all that. So let me zoom into the screen. See how you have 1-player, 1-player? So you could select if you want to play 2-player. So if you choose right there like 2-player, it will be 2-player. Okay, so if I select 1-player again on this side, number 1, and then I press the A button, it's gonna be only 1-player. See that? I am playing that side, I'm not playing. Okay, so I'm playing 1-player. Now if I press this B again, it just make it go faster. I think player 1, yeah, right, player 1. Okay, now I'm gonna zoom in again and show you if I was to change that 1 to, I'm using a spinner to change. Okay, I'm picking 2, or I could pick 2 here. All right, now let me zoom back out. I'm using this spinner to turn this. Now to go back, I press A again. So now I have to play on this side as well. So I'm playing 2-player. So this game, that's how you, if you press the A, press here, you make it small, you make itself small and make it big. Same thing here, you can make it small and big. Okay, and I press the A to start. So I'm the one serving the ball. So I lost the point again. Can't play watching over the phone. Let me sit down and do it. So you could play 2-player on this game by pressing. Now I'm gonna press this. I'm gonna hold it for 5 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and it will kick out. So this game, that's how you change the player. But the other one, like this is the only one you have to play 2-player. I don't think, I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna press player 1, press player 2. Okay, this one, player 1. Okay, you have to play 2-player. There's no B option that you could pick, so you have to play 2-player. Okay, so this is the only game you have to play 2-player. So let me get out of the game. Right. We already tried that one already. Super Pong. Now Super Pong is pretty cool. You press player 1. You press press A to select. Press player 1 on the right side. Then press the player 2 on the second side. Okay, and then this side you're gonna play it first. So you're gonna release the ball. There you go. Now I'm going to switch to the other side, and the ball will release once you push a button. Press the A button, I guess. There you go. And then come back to this side. So press the A button to release the ball. Now, if I don't want to play 2-player, I just want 1-player. Let's get out of the game and start over again. So I'm going to start the game by pressing A. and player 1 on this side. I'm not going to touch anything on that side, okay? Player 1, start the game. So player 1 again. So if I was to die, I'm still playing it. I'm not playing 2-player. See that? So it does work. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna get out of the game. Hold it 5 seconds. Okay. So you could play 1 player, 1 player, 1 player, 1 player, 1 player, and this one have to be 2-player. Okay. This one has to be 2-player. Alright, the screen is, it looks like it's okay, but when you start playing, this screen is, the color is very bright, so you can see it very well. But when you're actually playing Tempest, any game that have line, you can't see well if you are sitting up like this. Okay, it look fine on this main screen. It look like the screen is perfect IPS, but for some reason this game is the color is, the brightness is not set up correctly. Either they're using the wrong main, because some main or emulator are more brighter and crystal clear. For this one, it wasn't. So let's try this one again and see if we have the same issue or not. If we was to play it like this, okay. See the color. This one is okay. You should still see okay. So I guess it's really, maybe it's not really the screen issue, is probably the game. So for the templates, they need to do some kind of a patch, because for that game it make this screen look terrible, because this screen, if you was to play like that, it's fine. You could still see the ball. Let me try it. So if you was to sit down, this is what it looked like on the screen. So I'm gonna press player, release the ball. Yeah, I can still see the ball fine. Okay, with this one I still okay. Now if I was to get out of this game and go to Tempest, I want to let you see the difference. You cannot really see the line. Okay, you cannot really, this is what I'm seeing when I play. I can't even see the word at all. See that? The more higher I get, the lower I sit close to the screen, the less I can see. I cannot see nothing unless I look straight at it. Okay. Now it does keep my highest score. You can reset the highest score to reset. But if you was to sit and play like this, I'm like, man, I cannot see this game. I cannot see what I'm playing. I cannot see what I'm doing. That is not good. Okay, so you look, it's play okay if you look it straight up. By the way, this is the loudest you get. It doesn't get any louder. So just let you know, this is the loudest. It's 15. Okay, that's the loudest. But it's not bad. I mean, the sound is not bad. This only could spin one time. It only can spin one time around. Let me show you. Oh, 2 times. I lied. 2 times around. So this one spin 2 times. If you spin it real fast, 1, 2, about maybe 2.5, 2. Yeah, stupid me. But if I was to stand up and play this, the screen is too small. I want to sit down and play this, but the problem is if I sit down, I can't see the doggone screen. Maybe if I have it, if I tilt it 45 degrees and play it, it might look better. But yeah, okay, so that's the thing about it. Now, I already, let me measure this again because the last video I did measure it. This is an 8 inches screen. Going from here to here is 4.7. From here to here is 6.9. From the black screen, you're getting 6. Okay, if you include the black thing, it's 6. And if you do the diagonally, you're looking at around 9.6. From here to here, 9.6. And from here to here is 6. We already did that. From here to here, you get 7.656. Yeah, 7.6. Okay, so that's the screen 7.6. So that give you an idea. If I was to take the 10 inches screen and put it here, I will have to remove this and this and this. Okay, now if it's because if this screen is the cause of it not able to see well, it's because of the templates, then I will more likely keep this screen and put Raspberry Pi on it, because it's just the brightness of the screen. You cannot adjust it on this game. So when you're playing like this, you're sitting down, it doesn't look that great unless you looking straight at it on top. So this game, they need to do a patch on Arcade1up to make this screen better. The other game is fine. It's just this is the only game that I grab about it, and this is my favorite game of all, you know. So let's see how this game play as well. Now you could just play one player, and I don't think you get to choose which side you want. It's always going to be this side. Now if you was to play this sitting down, you could still see it. Even if I sitting this far, you just see a glare, but you still could see it. You still could play well with this. So yeah, this is not the screen. At first I thought it was the screen issue, but it's the game. That templates game need to be fixed. They need to put either new one or new emulator for that templates. So you could play one player. So that's good. You can play one player. The only game you cannot play two player is the other one I show you. Let me get out of the game real quick. Okay, the only game I cannot play two player is this one. I mean one player. It'd be nice if I could play one player, but let me try again one more time. See, I cannot. That side is not moving. That side is not moving. Now, even with the Pong, you can see it very good. Even if I tilt it real high, you still see okay. All right. The only game is having problem is the tempest, because all the game is very bright. The white is white, black is black. Tempest is not. So that's it. All right. Thank you for watching. And once I'm ready to take it apart, I'll do a tear down, and then we're gonna see if we could put Raspberry Pi on this. Alright, stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Be safe and continue. Have fun, man. Later. Hi, this is Johnny. This is a cocktail image that I just downloaded, which is supposed to let you play one play on this side and one play on that side. And I guess when you select two player, you will have automatic, one screen will automatically split into two screen. So one person will be playing on this side, another person will be playing that side. So we're gonna go ahead and test it, see if it works. And if it does work, we're gonna take Arcade Punk, not Arcade Punk, well, Arcade1up Cocktail, and we're gonna mod it so that we could put the 10-inch screen on top of the 7 or 8-inch screen and make this to more than just, I guess they only come with a couple of games. I forgot how many games, but we're gonna go do unboxing of that system pretty soon. But I want to let you know there is an arcade controller, and there is a mini arcade controller. I use a Raspberry Pi B Plus. Well, this is a B Plus, and this one have crazy controller everywhere. So using this and using that, and I might not have to reconfigure the joystick first in order for it to work, because it was not configured with this joystick, so it wasn't working correctly at first. Alright, so now I'm plugging in. I got Mrs. Pac-Man on there. I'm gonna press the select. Well, first I'm gonna press A to start the game. Oh, press the B instead. Alright, let's go back in. A, and press A. Okay, now this one is set up to use the amplifier on the speaker on the below. So alright, so the game is setting up by itself. We're gonna press insert coin 1 credit. Okay, and we're gonna insert a coin on this side. I believe this is insert coin 2. I'm gonna insert one more. I'm gonna insert one more on this side as well. And I'm going to press star on this side first. Or should I star on that side? Yeah, let me try star on this side first, see what happens. Ooh, and then star here on this side. Alright, so this side is playing right now on this side. I'm playing with this joystick. And I'm gonna let myself die and then see if a screen will switch over to that side. I might not play on this joystick. Oh, it switched over. So I need to come over on this side and play on this joystick. So it does switch screen to face the other direction. So I'm going to show you. It started on this side. I'm going to let myself die. Well, it's not dying right now. Okay, I'm going to let myself die. Now, I'm playing on this side now. I'm going to go to that side. See, now that side, joystick is over here on this side. So as you can see, I'm playing on this side of the screen. So that worked, okay? Now, we're going to try something else. We're going to try another game and see if we could actually play a split screen. Right now this is not a split screen because it's a one-player game at one time. So we're gonna go ahead and zoom closer, and we're gonna go ahead and get out this game for now, and let's try a Genesis game. Now Genesis, they have game that you could, it's 71 game. So press B. There B is actually A. Let's see if we could find a game that we know there's 2-player. All of these is 2-player game. I wonder if they have Street of Rage. Oh, good, they do. Okay, so this side would be the main screen. Okay, so you want this to be the main controller on this side, and then that would be the secondary. Alright, so this would be primary on this side. So I'm going to select Street of Rage 2. I'm going to press A button, get it started. Okay, and once it's loaded, I'm going to press the select button on both sides, and see if we could get 2-player going. Ooh, it's already did it. It's already doing it for me. I didn't have to do nothing. That's awesome. Okay, so it have a split screen, which is cool. All right, so I'm gonna insert a coin. Well, first I think I need to press A. No, I already press A already. I don't think. Let me see if this one have. No, this is not arcade. So you just press start button. Alright, so we need to choose 2-player. So I have, see when I choose, you see the both of them are moving at the same time. I'm using my Prime controller. So if I press 2-player, I'm gonna press star. Okay. So now I'm going to choose my character here. Oh, so I can choose the same character apparently. So this side I'm going to choose the guy, and that side is going to be the girl. Alright, so I'm going to press A button, select it. Okay. So there's 2 people came out. I'm using the primary, so which is a guy and moving, okay? And the other person is not moving, so I need to come over on this side. So as you can see, my screen can zoom back out. Let me put it back a little bit. See, this side I am playing here with the lady, okay? And this side I need to move forward so I can see myself. Alright, stop holding her. Okay. So where's my punch? There you go. So I'm punching, and she's punching. So this side's watching its own screen, and this side's watching its own screen. That is so cool. So this is called a cocktail, which is awesome. So the screen is actually split into where this person's watching on this side and this person's watching on this side, because it's a vertical game. So whenever a horizontal game come in, it will automatically split into 2. A vertical screen will automatically play vertically, 1 player at a time. It will go from this side to the other side. All right, so let's get out this and let's try another one. That's pretty cool. So this image is pretty awesome. It's for Raspberry Pi. I'm not sure which Raspberry Pi I have. I think I put a Raspberry Pi. It's made for both, for Raspberry Pi B and B+, I believe. And I will put the link here. I want to try another game. Let's get out. Oop, I press A again. Shoot. I wanted to try Galaga. I know Galaga is a 1-player game, but I want to know if I die with the screen switch, will it switch to the other side? I keep on pressing the wrong button. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Alright, out of Genesis. Let's see if we go back to May. And let's take in the Donkey Kong, Falco, and Galaga. Okay, so I'm gonna press the A button. Okay, gonna move the joystick around. Alright, so once it's started, I'm going to press the select button on the other side as well. Give myself credit. Now I don't know if this thing allow you to have two player in the opposite screen or not. No, it didn't show. It didn't show there's a two player option when I press start. But this side it is the main shooting. Let's see if I was to die, will it still stay on this side? Now, if a game doesn't have a two player, it will not work, I don't think. Oh right, it switched. It worked. So now I can play on this side. Alright, where's my shooting button? Okay. Good. So the screen will automatically switch to the other side. And then once I die, once this side dies, it's gonna go to that other side. So let's go to this other side. Okay, I'm on this side now. Cool. So it does work. So if it's a vertical game and you cannot play two people at the same time, it will rotate the screen from one direction to the other direction. Okay. Now, if it's a two player, you could play two player at the same time. It will have a split screen. So that's very awesome. I mean, that's cool. All right. So we know this image works because it is a cocktail. One on this side, one on this side. Now, let's go look at the Arcade1up mini version of Pong mini version. Cocktail.